Welcome to our college briefing program. Today, we dive into the fascinating world of fashion where Gen Z is making waves by embracing real fur, a material once shunned by the industry. Influencers are leading this revival, with young shoppers flocking to stores like Madison Avenue Furs, eager to sport vintage and upcycled pieces that tell a unique story. Next up, we tackle an important issue in the fitness realm, the class divide that affects access to exercise for lower-income women. A recent study highlights the feelings of exclusion and lack of representation in gyms, prompting a call for the fitness industry to create more inclusive environments. It's time to break down barriers and ensure everyone has the opportunity to engage in physical activity, regardless of their background. Lastly, we celebrate a thrilling sports moment as San Diego's basketball team snaps a 16-game losing streak with a nail-biting victory over Portland. Kody Clouet shone with an impressive 35 points, leading his team to a triumphant comeback. What an exciting day in sports! Please continue watching for more detailed content. The Independent reports a surprising trend among Gen Z, a newfound obsession with real fur. Madison Avenue Furs in Manhattan has become a hotspot for young shoppers, fueled by influencer endorsements on platforms like TikTok. Owner Kody Clouet notes an influx of 20-somethings seeking vintage and upcycled fur pieces, a stark contrast to the decades of stigma surrounding real fur in fashion. The shift is attributed to a resurgence of vintage aesthetics and the mob wife trend, where confidence and luxury are intertwined with fur garments. Influencers like Eloise Dufka and Sophia Rofe share their experiences, highlighting how fur has become a symbol of status and individuality, even as concerns about animal welfare linger. In a separate article, The Independent addresses the class disparity in fitness, revealing that many women from lower-income backgrounds feel alienated from the fitness world. A report by This Girl Can shows that a significant percentage of women on lower incomes believe they don't belong in gyms, often due to a combination of cost, lack of representation, and limited accessibility. Professor Dominic Malcolm emphasizes that social class has historically influenced sports participation, and the current fitness landscape is no exception. As boutique fitness becomes more synonymous with luxury, many individuals struggle to justify spending on exercise, especially during a cost of living crisis. In sports news, the Associated Press covers a thrilling college basketball game where Kody Clouet led San Diego to a narrow 82-80 victory over Portland. Clouet's impressive 35-point performance, alongside Tony Duckett's clutch layup with 33 seconds left, helped the Toreros break a 16-game losing streak. Despite strong contributions from Portland's Austin Rapp and Bull Dengdit, San Diego's late-game surge secured their hard-fought win, showcasing the excitement and unpredictability of college basketball. Associated Press reports that Jaron Riley's impressive performance, scoring 20 points, was pivotal in Northern Colorado's 83-73 victory over Northern Arizona. This win not only showcased Riley's skills but also propelled Northern Colorado into a tie for the top spot in the conference standings with Montana, who faced a tough overtime loss against Portland State. Alongside Riley, Langston Reynolds matched his scoring efforts with 20 points, while Isaiah Hawthorne contributed 16 points, making a significant impact on the game. For Northern Arizona, Trenton McLaughlin stood out with a staggering 35 points, but his efforts were not enough to secure a win for the Lumberjacks. In a thought-provoking piece by the South China Morning Post, the article delves into Donald Trump's assertion that he can fix the U.S. economy, which he claims is in crisis. However, the current economic indicators tell a different story, with the Misery Index showing a significant decrease from its post-pandemic peak. Trump's ambitious plans, including a flurry of executive orders, raise concerns that his approach could inadvertently lead to the very crisis he aims to address. The article highlights the risks associated with his tariff policies, suggesting that they could exacerbate inflation and disrupt the economic recovery, ultimately leading to a financial crisis that mirrors the one Trump claims to be confronting. Yahoo US highlights Mady Sissoko's breakout performance, where he achieved career highs of 21 points and 15 rebounds, leading California to a much-needed 82-71 victory over Boston College, thus breaking a 5-game losing streak. The game saw a fierce back-and-forth, with Boston College initially taking the lead in the second half. However, Sissoko's critical contributions, alongside strong performances from Jovan Blacksher Jr. and Andrei Stojakovic, allowed Cal to regain control and secure the win. Despite Boston College's Donald Hand Jr. scoring 19 points and maintaining a competitive spirit, the Eagles continued to struggle on the road, marking their 9th consecutive loss in ACC away games. Associated Press reports that San Diego State secured a close victory over Wyoming with a final score of 72-69. B.J. Davis was a standout player for the Aztecs, contributing 18 points and 3 steals. Miles Bird also added 18 points, showcasing his shooting skills with a 7 of 14 performance from the field. The game was a nail-biter, as San Diego State entered halftime trailing by 1 point but rallied in the second half with an impressive 8-0 run that shifted the momentum in their favor. Wyoming's Obi Agbem led his team with 21 points, but it wasn't enough to clinch the win. In another thrilling matchup, Associated Press highlights UC San Diego's dominant performance against Cal State Fullerton, winning decisively 100-55. Aniwaniwa Tate Jones shined with 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals, leading the Tritons to their 11th consecutive victory. Tyler McGee and Justin Rochlin also made significant contributions, ensuring UCSD maintained its position at the top of the Big West Conference. The Titans, on the other hand, faced their 10th straight loss, with Antoine Robinson leading their scoring efforts. Both teams are set to face new opponents in their upcoming games. In a high-stakes rivalry, Associated Press covers USC's impressive win over UCLA, with Juju Watkins scoring 30 points to help the Trojans clinch their first Big Ten regular season title. The game, held at the iconic Pauley Pavilion, saw USC take control early, with Watkins dominating the first half. Despite UCLA's efforts to close the gap in the third quarter, USC's defense proved too strong, forcing 16 turnovers that led to 25 points for the Trojans. The victory not only solidified USC's status but also raised questions about UCLA's seeding in the upcoming NCAA tournament, especially after suffering 2 losses against their crosstown rivals. Associated Press. In a thrilling showdown in St. George, Utah, Tylan Riley showcased his talent by scoring 24 points, leading Cal Baptist to a narrow 61-57 victory over Utah Tech. The Lancers, who now stand at 14-14 overall and 7-7 in the Western Athletic Conference, also saw Kendall Coleman shine with a remarkable 14 points and 18 rebounds, while Martell Williams contributed 11 points to the win. On the other side, Beon Riley led the Trailblazers with 11 points and 10 rebounds, but the team extended its losing streak to 12 games. Both teams are set to hit the court again on Thursday, with Cal Baptist facing Tarleton State and Utah Tech traveling to play Grand Canyon. South China Morning Post. In a dramatic shift from its usual approach, Canada is stepping up its anti-fentanyl measures, aiming to impress U.S. President Donald Trump amidst looming tariff threats. The Canadian government has adopted a bold rhetoric and public display of strength, branding their efforts with terms like Strike Force and Operation Blizzard. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has been vocal about the need to eradicate fentanyl, calling it a scourge that must be wiped out. As Trump continues to threaten tariffs due to perceived lax border security, Canadian officials are determined to showcase their enforcement efforts, despite evidence suggesting that Canada is not a major source of fentanyl entering the U.S. Critics argue that the Canadian government's response is more about optics than substance, as they scramble to address the opioid crisis while facing an impending election. Associated Press. In Austin, Texas, Silas DeMary Jr. delivered an outstanding performance, scoring a career-high 26 points as Georgia dominated Texas with an 83-67 victory. The Bulldogs, fresh off a win against No. 3 Florida, established an early lead and maintained control throughout the game, finishing the first half with a 46-29 advantage. DeMary's impressive first-half performance included 14 points, helping Georgia shoot an impressive 56.7% from the field in the opening period. Alongside DeMary, Blue Kane and Dakota LaFew also made significant contributions, ensuring Georgia secured their 18th win of the season. Texas, struggling with their 3rd consecutive loss, saw Arthur Kaluma lead their scoring efforts with 15 points. Both teams are gearing up for their next matchups, with Georgia facing South Carolina and Texas preparing to take on No. 24 Mississippi State. Associated Press reports that in a thrilling showdown, No. 21 Marquette secured a decisive 76-61 victory over Georgetown, with David Joplin leading the charge by scoring 17 points and grabbing 9 rebounds. The Golden Eagles showcased their dominance, taking the lead early in the first half and maintaining it throughout the game, with a halftime score of 39-22. Ben Gold contributed significantly with 15 points, while Kem Jones added 13. Despite Georgetown's Micah Peavy leading his team with 15 points, the Hoyas couldn't close the gap. Marquette's upcoming challenge will be against UConn on Wednesday. In another exciting matchup, CSU Northridge triumphed over UCSB with a commanding 103-77 win, highlighted by Scotty Washington's impressive performance of 23 points and perfect shooting from the free throw line. The Matadors displayed their offensive prowess, with Marcus Adams Jr. and Keontae Jones also making significant contributions, scoring 20 and 16 points, respectively. UCSB's Jason Fontenette too led his team with 18 points, but it wasn't enough to overcome Northridge's relentless offense. The Matadors are set to face UC Riverside next, while UCSB prepares to host UC Irvine. The Associated Press also highlights Santa Clara's dominant 97-66 victory over Pacific, driven by Christoph Tilley's stellar 21-point performance, complemented by 12 rebounds and 3 blocks. The Broncos took control early in the game and never relinquished it, leading 47-31 at halftime. Elijah Mahi and Adama Ball each added 13 points, showcasing the team's depth. For Pacific, Lamar Washington led with 19 points, but the Tigers struggled to keep pace with Santa Clara's scoring. With this victory, Santa Clara solidified their position in the West Coast Conference as they closed out the regular season in style. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Contract signed, it's